You're listening to the Para House Entertainment Network. Come join us as we take you deep into the fire to the paranormal realms of hauntings, UFOs, ETs, alien abductions, strange creatures, and the vastness of universal consciousness as we continue to seek what is not supposed to exist as we search for the truth that only comes from going into the fire. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Into the Fire. We're going to have a great show tonight because we've got one of our good buddies on here tonight. Great gentleman. Very heavy into the paranormal. Does a lot of great things. And, of course, we're speaking about Billy Wilkerson of Whiskey Tango Foxtrot and also the Simpson County Historical Society. If you don't know him, you should. He is just a very special individual, very wonderful paranormal investigator. His team is just great, and they've been helping out at the hall. We can't wait to talk to him a little bit tonight and see what all coming around for him. I know he's got some interesting stuff to talk about. We're going to be looking for the chat room also to ask him a bunch of questions because he's one of your guys' favorites. So I guarantee you that I know that once everybody gets in there and starts talking, he'll be firing some questions his way. But right now, we're going to be talking to the hostess with the mostest. Hello there, you two. How is Billy and Tanya tonight?
Doing good. How about you?
I am awesome, excited for tonight, and thankful that Billy and Terry and Stacy and AJ and all those great people and Elizabeth with Whiskey Tango Foxtrot was at the hall both Friday and Saturday night and was able to give us a little break. We had a busy week there, and they just did a great job. And
he even had a special guest show up.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday people just don't know it. I mean, you have a great team like Whiskey Tango Foxtrot running the show, and then the next thing you know, some fearless one comes into the door and starts there. Jason Hale was there last night, and it was just super night. And I got out of there early, and it's always good to know when somebody's got control of the situation that's going to go and that's going to rock. And we'll be asking him about that. But let's bring him on, in fact, so we can ask him a few things and get him started. So, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Wilkerson. Hey, Billy.
Hey, guys. How we doing tonight?
Doing great. How about you?
Doing good. Still trying to recuperate from the weekend, but I'm good.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that. In the days of not too many years ago, maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when the Night Stalkers team used to do every one of those every weekend. And it was 5 weekends, when you have 5 weekends, I mean, it's amazing. I'm here today and walking around. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But you do 2 days. That's heavy duty work, man. That's heavy duty work.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Barry.
Yeah, it sounds like we got some kind of interference going, don't we?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. And let me see if I can switch mics off or something. See what's going on there. You guys go ahead and work with Billy here and talk to him for a second and see if you can get it while I'm playing with something else here. Bring my other mic.
Well, basically what Barry was saying, Billy, was we all appreciate y'all stepping up and helping out because not too long ago we were doing it every weekend.
Yeah. I was there all the time for a long time. Yeah.
We appreciate you guys coming in and helping us out.
It means a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean we love helping you guys out. I mean we love that place, just as much as you guys, and it's like our home away from home. A lot of times, it's like you once you get in that place, it's always calling you back in. So, the Octagon's always a place for me there. But the team did really well. I'm proud of my ladies. We also got a new member, AJ, just started here recently with us. So our team's growing, but we love the Octagon. We do.
Well, and we thank you for doing everything you do for us. I mean, Octagon Hall is Octagon Hall. It is just a simple place to be. Fantastic place. It's one of those special places. You have a special place yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah. The Old Stone Jail, just it's like 5 miles in town from you guys. From the Octagon. It's turned into a crazy location. Also, it stays active day and night.
Yeah. Franklin's a crazy place, and it's a great addition to the paranormal enthusiasts, because what I like about it is if they're on the ball, it's super, because they can hit the Octagon Hall and then hit the next night down to you, or vice versa, and they can have a paranormal weekend. And I gotta say, I know that's coming up here very shortly, because we've got a wonderful lady coming in that's doing both places. Seen you've been advertising. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, that's I think what's her name, Linda?
Yeah, but she goes by another freaky name, I think.
What is it, Yaya or something like that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've been in contact with her off and on, and it seems she's pretty excited to come to jail. Then the next night she's coming out there to you guys. So yeah, she's gonna make a weekend out of it.
Yeah, and I guess it's her birthday weekend, so you gotta love that, man. That's gonna be great. And hopefully she has a super paranormal night, because when you do both of those places, and I can't tell you, I don't think Tanya. Oh, yeah, Tanya's been in the Old Stone Jail, haven't you, with us before, Tanya?
Yeah. It's just
Billy and I have our own little corner in there that we just think is the greatest place in the sliced bread. I don't think we really spend much time over in the jail
we have
building.
Pretty good time in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think the last time we had such a good time, Billy had to run us out.
Yeah. It was like everybody's done left, and you guys are still sitting back there in that corner, just having a big time. Yeah. I was like, hey guys, I mean, I'm a paranormal enthusiast just like you guys, and man, I tell you, it's time to go.
True story.
Yep.
Yeah, true story. Well, hey, that's the way it is. I know.
Speaking of active, man, before we start delving into the weekend, tell us what you've been up to, man. I know you've obtained some new equipment, and you've been fairly busy.
Yeah. The historical society is kind of got into changing gears on doing more, I guess, some boots on the ground research. We've recently acquired a GPR, which is a ground penetrating radar system. It's took me a while to learn how to read the data, but I believe I've got it down pat now. And we've actually purchased it because we do have some lost cemeteries here in Simpson County. And I actually, as much as I've been talking here lately with other local historical societies around the area, they're having the same problem, and it's cause of it's the headstones come up missing, or farmers over generations has just kind of just plowed up the field and a cemetery in their field, so on and so forth. So we're here to offer our services to try to find these cemeteries again, and try to at least leave a marker or something of that nature to keep these people at peace here.
That's awesome.
And it's a great thing too, man. You know,
Yeah.
predators especially
Are
here
you
in
still doing the
Central
3D mapping?
Yeah, I'm still doing a 3D mapping also. I still, times, it's not enough time in the day anymore, really. But yeah, I'm excited about the 3D mapping system also that we have, which was mine. But yeah, I'm always looking for historical landmarks to go and map them out and preserve, with video and 3D virtual reality footage.
Awesome. Bear with us.
That's fine.
Am I with you?
There you are. Thought you were frozen for a minute.
Yeah, it seems like I'm having a real bad problem with my mic. I might have to try changing into another mic. I don't know. We've got
Dude, it happens to the best of us,
I'll tell you. That's the great thing about live.
Yeah.
You start doing this stuff, and it's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor, brother. I know that I don't want to talk a lot about the hall because you've got so much to talk about, so much stuff, so many different interesting things going on. But just give us a quick recap. I know that you mentioned Friday was kind of a slow night, and then most of the people left upstairs. There was some pretty, I think Stacy had some pretty hair-raising experiences in there. Talk to us about your experiences last night in the famous Octagon Hall bar.
Well, the lot happened last night was, the barn, which I just love the barn, man. I don't know why I'm always out there when it comes to investigating or in events. But I love just being out there because I feel like I have a connection with a few spirits that's out there. We did have a gentleman, his name was Henry, that came across, which, within the history of that place, Henry was a slave to the property. And then we also talked to his sister, which is Beth. She's came across a couple times with me, and she was a slave also. And we talked to this one little girl that came across a lot. And she was very active with the REM pods and mel meters and K2 meters. I mean, she was giving us solid answers to our questions, and she really took to Jason a lot. She actually stopped using my equipment and was, communicating with him through his equipment. And we also started getting our search pulled, and by her, because she always answered it that, it was her that was doing this. And then I talked to Mr. Will again, which, if anybody knows my story with that place, Will surprised me a couple months ago when I was there before, doing an event with Doogie and Jason and Jeremy. And me and Jeremy was out in the barn, and we was talking to Will, and we asked Will just out of the blue if he would open up the barn door for us. And sure enough, the barn door came right open. So by the time I said some choice words, everybody took off running out the door. And so once I gathered everybody up and calmed them down, I was like, you know what? This is what we're here for. Let's go back in. So we did. And we ended up being 3 times that Will opened the door up for us.
Mhm.
I'm glad you guys got to experience that because I know the first time it happened to me, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
I was
Yeah.
like, do it again.
Yeah. And I felt like I was hurting his feelings because I was like, hey, come on, Will, let's do it again,
Yeah.
And he would do it for us, but I was like, I'm making him, mad at me or something because I keep on asking him to do it, but it was interesting. And last night it also got pretty intense in the barn also because we've got this one spirit entity, however you want to look at it. It's negative. But whenever he comes in the room, everybody just leaves. It's like he runs all the other spirits off, and we couldn't get him to communicate. But I mean, you could just feel his presence, and it was just real heavy atmosphere in there. Every time he he came in there. But it was just a tour just to try to get somebody come back to communicate with us once he showed up. But he'll go away and the people come back, but it was interesting. It always is.
Did he give you a name?
It is. I can't tell you enough because we've experienced that. Sometimes the last time I was up with our group, Spinks had his event, and it was just an awesome time in there. But it's like you said, he came in, and then things got really different. Everybody shuts up. We were able to get him. For some reason, he likes to talk to himself and Billy every once in a while. And his speech is quite colorful, especially addressing us two. And I think Billy had him running around him one night. It was probably one of the freakiest things we've ever seen there. He circled Billy, and all the other people were over there in the back of the barn, and they're all watching Billy as he's standing up by the door. He lets him open the door. That thing is circling Billy like it was waiting to get him in some kind of bad situation.
Right.
And never fails. When people leave the barn, they're done.
Yeah.
They're like going, oh, my God.
They're circling you, right? And I said, I'm well aware of it.
Yeah.
And I did the one thing we all know we shouldn't do, and I turned my head to the side and looked, and lo and behold, there's a face right there in mine. And I came up off the ground.
Yeah. That happened to me the same night when the barn door opened, because I could have swore with all the group members that was with that night, I always try to just kind of, take a head count, first of all, and then just kind of pay attention to everything around you. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there telling them, I was like, guys, let's just kind of look at each other, make sure that person is still either standing next to you or they're sitting down, because there's been many times where you kind of see at a corner of your eye, there's somebody standing right next to you and they wasn't with the group, No. And that happened to me, that night. And I was like, it's like you want to just kind of look, but you don't. You really
know better. You know better, but you're going to do it anyway.
Yeah. And then I'm just like, all right, somebody was standing right here. No. Yeah. There's somebody standing right here next to me. And everybody starts freaking out. So, yeah, it's that barn's pretty intense. I encourage everybody to go out there, but just be prepared. It's not for just anybody.
Yeah. I know one time we had a novice hunt out there, and I thought that one of the members was coming back towards me, like backing up away from something. So I put my hand out to make sure they didn't step on me. Mm-hmm. And then I kept going because there was nobody there.
Yeah. But yeah, we've been seeing a lot of shadow figures in the yard again. I mean, it's like they just kind of just poof, they're there, and we had reports of Friday night of the front yard of a couple of shadow figures in the front yard too. So it was pretty ramping up pretty good as the night progressed. But it was definitely an interesting weekend.
Yeah, Bear. I talked to Bear Friday night, and I guess he had just left there or whatever. And he was telling me, they're going to have an active night. The shadow figures are running rampant.
Yeah.
Well, it's really funny because when I pulled out, I take a look over and I see this figure walking around. I just saw you and Jason, everybody go into the barn. Mm-hmm. And then we got a shadow figure playing around Jason's truck. He's looking in, walking around all over the place. Then I cut the turn down the driveway. The damn shadow figure runs right in front of the truck, and I'm like going, might be a pretty good night outside tonight. That place can bring it. It's in the house, outside the house, and it's the days when it all brings it all together. Mm-hmm. Is you just go, wow, what a great place! Because the paranormal does investigator that gets to see all of it, it leaves you like, phew, wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's an awesome feeling.
He was probably trying to figure out what Jason has in back of his truck, or what he does not have in back of his truck. He pulled in. I was like, what do you not have back in that truck?
Yeah. It looked like Sanford's son when he pulled in.
He's working hard.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, he's got to recuperate from Disneyland. He was there just last week.
And he's Stacy Holland's in here tonight. Hey, Stacy. And hello, Holly. Vicky Norris, how you doing? Terry, how you doing? If you get a chance, go in there and sit next to the old hubby there and we'll talk to you too. We'd love to have you on the air.
Man, two people can't share this screen. It's like
Frankie Lynn, so good to have you here tonight. Mama Bear's in the house. Ada Cox, how you doing, dear? Leanne SQ, hello, my dear. Christopher Hughes, that's the lady that we all that's and boy, she knows how to cook. She's got some interesting candies that I'm going to have to issue. If anybody needs a snack, it'd be a pretty good thing to chew on. Beth Allen, hello, Beth Allen, how are you? Elizabeth Martin Bellows.
Yeah. I'm the same way on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like going, what the heck? We're going to have to give her a nickname.
Yeah.
Brandon Ellis, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Tara Cleary, hello, dear. How are you? I'm just running down through here. I think I saw Mike Walker in here. Mike Walker, hey, man, how are you? You're going to be our guest next week on Into the Far. It's going to be a great show. If you guys have not heard about Mike Walker and what he does, you got to turn in next Sunday night. Everybody is talking about how great you are, and us and Heidi and everything else. And let's see here. I think Tara had something in here. Yeah, Tawana said Darth Vader is. I think you might have brought something back. I don't know if Darth Vader is there, but I thought it was something from. We have Tara mentioned something about, was it Tom, this figure in the barn? And we have several different Toms in the hall. We had some good people there. And the bad Tom is not there anymore, I don't think. I think successfully, maybe something else. And you mentioned a really interesting name to me when you were talking to me a little bit earlier. You told me about, I think it was Abby or Angie that you got outside. Out in the bar.
No, I couldn't hear you. You was kind of cutting out there.
I'm going to have to just throw this mic out. Did you get Abigail or Abby out in the barn?
Yeah, Abigail.
Yeah. There's an interesting story there that I need to tell you.
Yeah, what Jason was going to tell me a little bit about it, but they just got done doing or working on some type of film or documentary about her. So he didn't want to give me too much information, but it seems like it's a real interesting story, I should say.
Yeah, it definitely is, and we'll let them tell it. The ones we don't say very much. Things that we do. Same thing with you at your fine place at the old jail. down there. There's so much that goes on, and there's things that we don't want to tell people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide secrets, but it's always good not to tell everything. You get a few people in there that claim to be psychics, and the first thing they want to do is say, "Hey, I was psychic," and they start telling you stuff. So if you tell everybody and it gets around, it's not good. So that's how at least we do it down there. So tell me, the ground penetrating radar that Bill was mentioning to you is just going to be excellent for so many different people, and it's going to be beneficial, and hopefully we can get that out to all. Do a little work around there with it because we'd love to see some interesting things there. But what else have you guys got cooking? Oh, I just lost it. Well, maybe it's his mic that was going off.
I think it's his mic.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hopefully he gets back on here in just a second, ladies. But whatever else is going on, it's here. He comes back on. There he is.
Sorry about that. Yeah, wrong button.
But I know there's so much stuff going on there for you at the jail. You've got a big event that I'd love to pitch coming up in November. It's one of the great things about this man and a lot of the people that we get to be blessed with at Ati and Holland, our friends with, are great people that are humanitarians. They love to help everybody. And this man and his wife is one of the same. And I know you're doing a special event coming up. We're all going to be there. It's kind of like a meet and greet. You've had them for the last 2 years, but you're also doing donations this year too for a worthy cause. So
yes, yeah. Well, one of our own teammates, their family is going through a cancer. Miss Elizabeth, her husband, who was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And so we're doing a benefit for not only for her and her family. We're also doing the meet and greet. And this will be our 3rd year, of course, like you said. But we're encouraging everybody come and show up, hang out. Have a good discussions. Meet a lot of old faces and new faces. We're also letting people set up merchandise tables, so they can sell a little merch while they're there, and we're just come and hang out with us. That's what we're there for.
And there's no better people to hang out with.
It's November 12th is when we're doing this.
November 12th. I'll be pitching it on the show here and put the word out, and it's going to be an awesome time. The last 2 times that we have been blessed to be there, it's amazing the people that show up there. It's an honor to you and your team, Billy. And, thank God you're the guy you are. People who don't know you are missing out on a lot of things, And I can't kudo you enough. I love you, brother. But look, guys, that's what it's all about. This guy doesn't have a big ego. He doesn't have a lot of good, a lot of stuff. And he's a true investigator. His team is a true investigator. And that's what we gravitate to, and that's what we always talk about here on this show. And if you're going to model yourself after anybody in the paranormal, please let it be that man right there in front of me, because he is a special individual. And I mean that dearly and truthfully, and I do. So, but what else is happening out there? Because man, you've got so much stuff. You've got the archives, you get everything else going on. Any other events coming up? You got certain things going on?
Oh man, it's just everything is just popping off at once with me, and with the team. Not only we're coming up on 2 more nights with you guys at the end of the month. We're making new friends and going to different places here soon. The our town, alone is just popping off with all kinds of activity. So,
Yeah.
we have shops around the squares just calling us out and, want us to come and investigate. So, we've got 4 businesses right now that, we've still got to go and spend time at. But yeah, it's interesting. It's amazing how the field is changing when it comes to like old small town businesses and stuff like that. It's like 10 years ago the paranormal field was slim to none when it comes to investigators, and now it's like people are more open to speak about the paranormal. So, like shop owners around our square, it used to be the old school type of people where, you know, paranormal, supernatural was like a taboo. You couldn't speak of it. They didn't want to
Right.
speak about it. But now all these younger generation shop owners, they're like, oh yeah, please come and see this. You got to see what's going on in here at the shop. And and I'm like, okay, we will get there, and well, let me get back with you on that so I can figure this time out.
We totally understand that.
Yeah,
Boy,
yeah.
we understand that. Yeah, it is insane how it gets to be. And let's talk about Franklin, Kentucky for just a second. People just don't understand how haunted this place is, and some
Yeah.
of the stuff that's happened around it. And Billy and Tanya and myself have done some amazing investigations throughout this town, and it's really crazy when you're doing places that are right up the street from you or right here, and
Yeah.
some of the things that we've had, it's just like, holy smokes.
It's like our history. Our history is it's dark. I mean, the things that I
Right.
have learned in the past 4 years about this town, it just is blown my mind because they don't speak about this growing up. They don't talk about the things that happened in the late 1800s or the middle of 1800. And it's some tragic stuff that happened here.
Oh,
Clean
yeah.
up the lynchings to the executions, and it's just like we used to have a hanging tree. They didn't say nothing about this when I was in school. They didn't talk about nothing like that. Yeah. So yeah,
I think they have more than one hanging tree over there.
yeah, sure did. Yeah, yeah. It's like you try to explain it to some people that ask about things like this, and I was like, you know what? You know where Frosty Freeze is at? It's right behind Frosty Freeze. They're like, no, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or our cemetery, there was over 300 bodies in there, and then the city decided to say, hey, let's move these bodies. Hang on a second. Let's move these bodies and take them over here, and then we'll build houses.
Right.
And I'm just like, what? Okay. Why'd they do this?
It's
Yeah.
fun. We have investigated the houses next to it
Mm-hmm.
and one behind it, and it is unbelievable what goes
We
on.
helped out other teams with investigations.
Yeah, involved.
Wow.
But it's crazy. Tanya and I we were behind that cemetery on the street behind it at a house. And Tanya and I were outside, and there was some activity out in the garage and everything else. We're standing there, and I said, "Do you see that?" And
Yeah.
Tanya goes, "Oh, you mean that guy walking through the cemetery, walking down the way?" I said, "Yeah, that's the one."
Yeah, that's the one, right?
Yeah.
It's quite active.
It
Yeah.
is.
And the weird thing about it is that they didn't get all the graves out of there.
No, they couldn't have. I'll be surprised if they even moved one. They know they moved the headstones, but I want them bodies.
Get going.
Yeah. Now, you let me know when you're going ground penetrating radar.
Well, see, that's just it. I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, I wonder if this little fat boy can get across that field pretty quick before somebody comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Mowing the lawn.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks like a baby stroller in a way. So I just don't know if this old guy will be pretty cool looking like he's doing pushing a baby stroller across the ground, and then going back and then going on across the street. Yeah. I don't know if I can get away with that.
Yeah. We'll try to see if we can help you. Maybe we can put a screen up around it. We'll paint a screen.
There you go.
Throw up a distraction.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it's going to be a distraction. All right. It's going to be funny.
But yeah, we had General Burbers down there, the redheaded demon, man. That's what his nickname was, and he fits the bill for that one.
Yeah,
and he really chewed up some people.
I remember one investigation over in that area where one of the investigators looked at us and said, "This shit is real." and then commenced the puking.
Yeah.
And me and Bear looking at each other like, what has happened?
Billy, we were watching stuff and he wasn't listening to us very well. And we told him, I says, don't go back there. You don't need to be back there. Just stay up here. The next thing we know, we're looking around, and where do we see him at? And he's walking around with that thrown up and got that deer in the headlight look where, who am I? Where am I?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we set him on the back of my truck, and he looks at Billy and he looks at me and he goes, this shit's real.
Yeah, I love those.
It was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, this town's loaded. It's
oh yeah, it is.
It's pretty crazy at times. I got some of my best evidence in the basement over here, right off the square. Great pictures, thermal pictures of a lady. It's pretty awesome.
I tell you what, we love driving through that area and we love looking at the old homes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are some
beautiful.
beautiful homes, and they don't make them like that no more.
No, but it is a special paranormal paradise. But there's towns all like that. Gallatin, Tennessee, same way.
Oh yeah.
We've had an opportunity to be in a lot of places down in Gallatin. And,
Attica, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Attica. Ooh.
Yeah, y'all keep on threatening for me to go up there. I need to go.
Yeah, well, if I would definitely go up that way, and if you want to, we can take you along with us, because you definitely need to meet the curator or the owner of that place, and she's got some other.
McDonald Airbnb.
Katie K is just a fantastic person. She's just a super lady, and be a great event for you. So, but let's get back in the chat room. Anybody got any questions for our good friend here, Billy Dickerson? I know there's going to be.
I cannot see any of the chat room, but I just want to say, hey guys, thank you for tuning in tonight, and I appreciate y'all's support. Love everybody.
I think they've all been chatting back and forth with each other.
Yeah,
I was talking about running.
They are all doing it. Stacy just put up, she says, Abigail. Yeah, well, as we said. Brendan says, Tom is trying to keep secrets. Yeah, and Beth Allen says he's no longer there. And you are correct, but there are other Toms there. So it's Very interesting. I know that everybody's looking forward to. I don't know what that means. Beth, you'll have to rewrite that again. I'm afraid to say that. I'm going to say it anyway, just so you can smile. It says, well, now we know that Billy is the father.
They could have
Now,
like Darth Vader, and they were waiting for one of us to say you.
Terry's going to come in there in a minute and go, oh.
No, I'm sorry. I've been happily neutered for many, many, many decades. So, yeah. Not the father.
Yeah, that's it.
They're waiting for you to do the Darth Vader thing because they said it sounded like Darth Vader.
Yeah, it stopped doing it after you came back.
They're waiting for you to go, I am your father.
Elizabeth says, love you all so much. And we love you too. Also, Terry Wilkerson said, there will be a silent auction.
They will be a silent auction, and we've got some good stuff, man. We've got some paintings. We've got some sketches. We've got a lot of interesting merchandise, man. There's a painting that I want so bad that we have for the silent auction. It is just absolutely amazing, and I can't wait people to see it.
Wow.
It's going to
hopefully after you own it, right?
I wanted to go to a good house. My house is not an art house whatsoever, but it's a house that I live in. So
that's we've got a lot of stuff, and I've been so fortunate. The dang quilt that I got from Christy Hughes was just fantastic, and I'll show that to you sometime. Billy and Tanya have seen it. Other people that were up there at the event with Dave Speaks event got to check it out, and just fantastic, just beautiful stuff. And we're so happy and so pleased that I can't tell you, it touches my heart with all the people, and I know it does yours too, all the people that appreciate you and just love you to death and do amazing things for you. And it's so touching. It's very, very touching. But maybe we can get you some stuff from the hall. I'll see if I can pick up a brick or some kind of stuff, maybe some lumber up there that's been around for 200 years.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've actually.
Tara's got 3 questions for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Who did you learn your investigating style from?
I guess it's like most investigators when they first start out. It's like you see these shows that was on TV, and you're like, I don't believe that stuff. It can't be real. And then you're like, you find equipment, and then you find places to go. Which I've had my experiences through my life and don't realize what they really were at the time. But it's like you just kind of learn as you go, so to speak. Because I always tell, if anybody ever asks me that we're all students in this, because we're all learning every time we go out, you learn something new. Nobody's an expert, and if they say they're an expert, sorry, they're not an expert. They're a student like everybody else. But I just, for myself, I've learned from what I do. I guess my do's and don'ts. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, and it's nice learning from each other because we all see things differently, and we all have different takes on things.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody's different in this field. I mean, there's not one person that does the same thing over and over again.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. You can always learn from everybody.
Second question.
What's your favorite location?
My favorite location, I would have to say, my playground is Franklin, and there's plenty for me to do here. So I have to say Franklin in general.
Mhm.
Good answer.
Do you
I
have a
would
favorite book about the paranormal?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a favorite book about the paranormal?
No, I don't read. Don't do it. No.
Well, I hope
Just,
you're right, because when we do the hall book, we'd love to put some of your stuff in there.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, no, there's not a specific book out there. I do love to read, but there's just not enough time in the day for me to step back and enjoy a good book anymore.
Yeah,
I'm with
there's
you.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I just found out something for your event. It looks like that I have a person up here, Christy Moore Hughes, that says Bear may donate a quilt
Awesome.
to the event. So
That is awesome.
that would be awesome.
I actually have got to be acquaintance of Brandon and Mustafa here lately from their new show Haunted Discoveries that's coming out, and they're going to send a poster also with everybody signing it. So that's pretty cool of them.
That is.
That is definitely going to be cool. That's definitely going to be. And
Brandon's moving pretty close too.
What was that?
I said, I understand Brandon's moving pretty close too.
Yeah, he's moving to Louisville. Yeah, Louisville area. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Jason Hale says the greatest paranormal book ever is the Bible.
Is the Bible.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
No,
I can't argue about that either. It is the number one paranormal book that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, brother Jason. Good to have you on the show tonight. We got to have you and Fearless One's back, or you, and dude.
So that we can talk about what you can't talk about.
That's right. I'm actually hoping they'll be joining me on the 28th and 29th, because I love having my brothers up here with me anytime they can get a chance.
Yeah, that's always good to see them. And I know that, the people who love the paranormal just love being in places and doing it. And they're great. They're great people. And it was great seeing Jason there last night.
He says they got more they can't talk about.
Yeah. Well, you hate to have them on the radio because they're great people. They're just super people. And you have them on there. What's going on? What's going on? Well, I can't tell you about that.
Right.
Oh, we got something coming up.
Can't tell you about that.
So, everything is top secret.
I'm a running joke now with him.
Yeah.
So what's up that you can't talk about?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, I did hear that they're going to Craig Font here soon. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it is cool. That is cool. And if you haven't been in the Craig Font, I was fortunate enough, Melvin and I got to go down there and interview the old guy who used to run Craig Font, spend some time in Craig Font. And let me tell you something, it got put in the book that we collaborated on with Donna Lucas, Sumner County haunts and so forth. It was just a awesome time, awesome experience down there. And I've got some interesting pictures there. And that warming bench is what's really funny, we were can I tell you this? We got into a house that is no longer available outside of Gallatin. We did
I thought about too when you said the warming bench.
Yeah. And so go in this house, and it is, it was a bed and breakfast type place.
Well, now that it's no longer there or available, I mean, I guess
we can kind of talk about it. I don't know. It was the Hancock House.
Yeah.
And man, we were standing in the foyer there, and I looked down and I go, "There's this long bench laying out there," and I went, "Anybody know what this is?" Egg warming bench, and we got some pictures right next to that of just super. And Casey Strokes was the one that caught it, and it was just awesome. But that place was so weird because as I was in rooms, I saw Billy walk by the room. I saw Casey walk by. Billy saw Casey in other places, parts of the building, and it's like going, "This is Doppelganger Central here."
We saw full body apparitions, disembodied voices. This place was crazy. It had a bamboo field behind it, and the bamboo was so thick. I mean, even my little butt couldn't squeeze through it. It was crazy though, man. I mean, I guess it was an old stop for what, the Postal Service, Pony Express, something like that.
It was an old stagecoach stop a long time ago. Super place. Unfortunately, it did burn down, and
we were fortunate enough to be up there on Bear's birthday, and we had some special guests with us.
Yeah, we did, and it was just a super time, and I'll never forget the time. And you've had the opportunity to hunt with Billy quite a lot, and with Tanya, and of course so have I. And when you see Billy do that kind of look like sitting in the backyard by that bamboo field, I saw Billy make a face that you don't see very often.
That place was like amazing, man.
Yeah, amazing. It was amazing. Just amazing.
You definitely sleep with one eye open, though.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Because you hear the footsteps going back and forth, and
yeah, but it was
it was a shame though too.
So where have you been? I mean, I know you've been all over. You've been Brushy. You've been all over the place. You've been with the Fearless Ones a lot too, and doing a lot of different things. Do you have one of those nights that it's, that was like a house that's never been hunted by anybody? We got the opportunity to do it. You got a story with something like that? You walk in there and it's just a mind blower.
Man, I've had so many experiences, through the years, and it's just like, well, again, once you have an experience, you want to go to the next place and have a better experience. Yeah. I have to say the worst. Well, I should say the worst one was my best one, and that was at Wilding Wilding Manor, and that's the night that I got an attachment, and it's just having that type of experience just really kind of puts you on your toes, so to speak, because there's always good and there's always bad, and that time I witnessed the bad. And I guess I have to say that's my best experience.
Yep. And Wilding Manor.
That's a heavy place, man.
It is.
Place.
No
I'll be glad when they close it. I'm sorry, but man, I tell you, it's really kind of went downhill through the years, and the last time I went, it just worries me.
Yeah.
I got you with that worry stuff. I mean, in the first time that we were there, we helped Jason clean it up a lot, and just in my room, the dog just busted into the door. Loud noise was a tank coming in.
Yeah.
But we were out there and cleaning it up and everything else. But there are some things in that building that are definitely not right.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, that was one of my worst experiences, and I guess my best at the same time.
Yeah. And I've had a few of those myself, and those are the ones that I always remember. But every one of those you learn something from, and you also know that you can come through it and keep going and do it. Never had it. It takes a special being, to become a paranormal investigator, because how many people have you heard have an experience that is like that, and the next thing they say is like, I'm out of it,
Yeah.
And so, but I do understand it, but not everybody's meant to be a paranormal investigator.
Mm-mm.
So, but and we're so glad that you are because
I appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, you bring it, brother. You bring it. So
well, I only bring it because I'm surrounded by the best.
Well, there ain't no best here.
Surrounded by all those wonderful ladies that you work with all the time too.
I do. Those ladies keep me grounded, man. Let me tell you.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
I love my ladies. They're they each one of them brings something different to the table, and I love each and every one of them. They're just great, and they are great investigators.
Yes, they are, and they also love it and enjoy it, and they know what they're doing. I mean,
They do.
Honor, that's an honor to you too, as the guy who is heading that up. But like most women, they are large and in charge. I can tell you that much. Tommy is one where we always stick out and we're going,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and God forbid if Mama Bear's there and she's
He whips us all back into line.
Right.
Yeah. Holy cow. But so the number one thing that we do with all, we're always telling people, go here. You got to go down and see the archives. You got to see the Old Stone Jail. And when we're talking to people who investigate the hall, we're talking about, you got to go here because, like you said, Franklin is one of the coolest places, and I'm looking for a lot more coming out of Franklin because it's got it to bear. I mean, it does. But tell me what's going on as far as, I was trying to say that. I lost my damn mind, I think. Oh, good Lord. I've been so busy this week. I'm lost it now.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a point to make. But I know what it was. When people come there and they always asking, well, how do I get a hold of to be able to get an investigation at Old Stone Jail? What do we do to be able to get in there? And I'm going to let you tell them the best way to do that, if you would, please.
Hey, that's always my email. My email address is billywilkerson11@yahoo.com. It's always the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Excellent. I better write that down. And I love the 11.
Right. 11.
So, guys, if you are looking for a great place to hunt, and I always think it's wonderful because you really are getting 3 buildings in one hunt, and it is an awesome place because all 3 of those buildings are all special, all different, and 2 of them are very historical, and then the other one has historic items in it. And if anybody knows, when people donate stuff to historic places and all that stuff, there's some tag-alongs that come along with some of that stuff. And those are the things that you want to be able to play with. And you can there at the Old Stone Jail and the archives itself, because You get the right, Billy. You get the Jailers Inn, you get the Old Stone Jail, and you get to hunt across the street, right across the street from the Old Stone Jail, which is the archives, and just a great time. So, folks, you got to get an opportunity to get in there. You know, if you're coming to Franklin, whether it's with Octagon Hall or just coming through and you want to do a paranormal investigation or you want to get a good tour of a good haunted facility, there it is, right downtown in Franklin, Kentucky. Shoot me the address, brother.
All right, I sure will. It is 207 North College Street, Franklin, Kentucky, 42134.
And you're open about every day, aren't you? Monday through Saturday?
Yeah, Tuesday through Saturday. We're fixing to expand the hours a little bit here soon, and I'm there all the time.
Excellent. Now tell me about the other venture that's down the way a little bit. Another old place that has a lot of history to it.
That is the Sanford Duncan Inn. It was built in 1819 and started a stagecoach inn in 1822, and it was in business till 1865, and it's to the original state, and it's got the period style furnishings, and it's going to be another location for us.
And you think maybe that might be a location to be able to investigate sometimes?
Yeah, it's going to be available soon. I'm working out the details with the county right now. So, yeah, it's going to be another location for us. Probably next spring is when I'm going to start with that one. So y'all be on the lookout for it.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that's going to be awesome. That will be awesome. So already now Franklin has got three new places that are, or three places that to be able to do some paranormal investigation. And I got a feeling that Billy might have another one up his sleeve somewhere because this man is.
Well, I do, but I can't tell yet right now. Okay.
It's that Jason Hale and the Fearless one thing.
Right.
We know who you've been hanging out with.
That's right. That's my buddy.
Yeah. Good times, man. Well, we have enjoyed having you on. Anybody else in the chat room got anything else to say before we end the show? I'd love to. You've gotten some good information about two great places to hunt downtown Franklin, and one is coming up very, very shortly in spring, and if we may, there might be another one. So
they might be, yeah, absolutely,
yeah, excellent, excellent. So we are happy about it. Wrap it up, guys. What do you got anything else for Billy this evening?
Just once again, man, thank you for stepping up and helping us out at the hall on these novice hunts. We know every time we ask you, you come running. We appreciate you. Much love. Looking forward to seeing you again later on this month.
Yep. Well, I'm always here for you guys, man. So I love you guys, and we'll be getting back together soon.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Sounds great. Go ahead one time. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you, honey.
No, you're good.
Okay. But go ahead and one time give us the whole shoot match one more time of where to get a hold of you to be able to get a reservation into the wonderful Old Stone Jail down there and shoot the other date for this wonderful meet and greet. And you're not inviting people; they can just show up. If I'm correct on that, right?
That is correct. Again, this meet and greet it is going to be a fundraiser, but we're also trying to help keep the lights on at the Historical Society, of course. So any donations you guys make towards either the Historical Society or even to Miss Elizabeth and her family, we're always very thankful, and greatly appreciated. But the meet and greet, it's more or less free. The merch tables, there will be a cost to that. We'll be posting some more information after Monday night because we got a team meeting tomorrow night to finalize all the details. But we'll be posting more stuff here soon. Just gonna look out on my Facebook page, personal page, by the way. And the easiest way to get hold of me to book the location, it is Billy Wilkerson 11 at yahoo.com. And I can answer you within the next, very few minutes after you hit me up.
Fantastic. And I'm sure we're speaking for all three of us. Please get us a merch table available. We're ready.
You got it. Yeah. There's only going to be probably maybe 20 merch tables available. So as soon as people can start hitting me up with that, which you guys got number one, so I'll get it saved for you.
Fantastic, because we're going to see a lot of people here in the chat room. A lot of other
Y'all
people.
might get to see Billy run us off.
Yeah, we'll probably be there all night again. We never know.
Oh Jesus, here they go again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Okay, Billy Wilkerson, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, and the Simpson County Historical Society. Man, we love you, brother. Thank you for coming on the show tonight.
Love you guys. I appreciate y'all.
Man, we appreciate you too.
Appreciate you too.
And thank you all for watching Into the Fire. Next week, we will be here with Mike Walker, and you're going to love that show. And watch for the promos coming out on that at the beginning of this week. And we will see you then next Sunday. Hope you have a blessed week. And good night, y'all.
Good
Good night,
night.
everyone.
See you guys. Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you.